Hello, this is Justice Baxter Man. Welcome back to another God, Guns, Gaming, and GOP video. As you may have heard by now, the leaked Supreme Court decision turned out to be true, and Roe v. Wade has been officially overturned. Now, through the years, a lot of people have made the comparison between abortion and slavery. Indeed, both issues have a lot of similarities. They dehumanize their victims. Abortion was also rooted in racism. At least originally, Margaret Sanger, who founded Planned Parenthood, wanted to exterminate the black population, which she considered feeble-minded. She spoke for the KKK, and she was quoted by Hitler. Anyways, before I go too far down that, I want to explain my reason for this video. So if we are to compare abortion to slavery, what event in the history of slavery would this case best correspond to? So the first instinct for both hysterics and optimists would be to assume that this correlates directly to the Emancipation Proclamation or the passage of the 13th Amendment. This would come from a misunderstanding of Roe v. Wade itself. Abortion was already legal in many states prior to Roe v. Wade's passage, or decision, whatever. It wasn't really a passage because it wasn't a law. But anyways, it would simply removing it would simply lead to the individual states banning abortions individually. That's too whatever. Not that I would object to abortion being banned on the federal level eventually, as slavery was. The next thing that some might correlate this to would be popular sovereignty and or the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Now, pardon me if I get some of the specifics about this messed up. I'm not a historian or anything, but as I recall, popular sovereignty was the idea that individual states should be able to decide whether to allow or outlaw slavery, regardless of their location relative to the Mason-Dixon line. And then the Kansas-Nebraska Act was an example of an act that actually allowed the states of Kansas and Nebraska to join the Union as slave states, despite being north of the Mason-Dixon line. To clarify, if I remember correctly, the Kansas-Nebraska Act was simply an act using the idea of popular sovereignty. So this comparison would make some sense, considering that it puts the right to outlaw or allow the killing of unborn children into the hands of the individual states. But the last and probably least optimistic possibility that I'll discuss here is 1808. So when the Constitution was originally drafted, there was an agreement that for 20 years no laws would be passed restricting the slave trade, simply because this was too divisive a topic at the time, and there would have been an impasse if they focused on that at the time, and they wouldn't have ever been able to actually form the United States. However, this clause did already leave room for individual states to outlaw slavery. That said, this was an actual constitutional protection of slavery, much like the imagined constitutional protection of women's rights to kill their unborn children, as established in Roe v. Wade. Of course, these two are, slavery and abortion are in fact separate issues, and one will not simply fit perfectly over the other. I really just wanted to see and discuss if we could get a better idea on how long it might be, where we're at in the battle overall, before the issue is completely passed. Of course, I can make no precise predictions, but it's definitely looking like a couple of decades more at least, and a possible end in civil war. But we'll just have to wait and see. With that all said, though, let me know what you think in the comments below. If I'm off base on this comparison altogether, or if there's some other event that would fit better into this picture. Just let me know what you think, and I'll want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.